Hey guys, welcome to CYBERTRUCK 1. I am here at the charging station after a 2-hour drive of FSD. First time ever for me in the Cybertruck. I own a Model Y. When it was free, I drove that around for a month or two with FSD. We don't have it on that any longer. Anyway, listen, since I've been on my third Tesla, one could easily know I am a huge Tesla and Elon supporter, and of course, totally into new technology. However, I want to go through a couple things I went through today. I was, I don't know, I have mixed emotions about how my day transpired today using FSD. For the most part, 98% of the time, it was fantastic. I drove from Boulder, Colorado, all the way to Aurora, Colorado, to go to the fairgrounds. There's this camping thing that was going on today at the, I think it's called the Arapahoe Fairgrounds. Anyway, along that route, I had one incident on the way there on the highway where we were starting to merge because there were cones on the left-hand side. There was it was construction, and you'll see in the video, I had to get on the brakes. A different podcast just a couple of days ago, and this person, he was telling me how back in the day, or his parents, they changed their name. They stopped doing things. They started wearing American clothing. I don't know what this thing's gonna do here. Hold on, we're gonna see if this is gonna fuck up.
Yeah, this is scary. Yeah. Did you auto?
I did.
Yeah. Press voice button to send Tesla an anonymous message describing your incident. Shit.
By the way, all of these incidents, I had about 5 times in the car where I had to take over by human, I had to interrupt the FSD mode. All of them, I could see them coming, knew they were coming. I allowed the car to get closer and closer to see what it was going to do, but ultimately it was not going to be good, and I had to interject. One was a merge. The other one, we came to a roundabout, a circle, and the car had a one-way. The car literally was going to go the wrong way. I actually sort of let it go that way. I could have corrected had I want to, but I let it do the wrong thing because I was in a position to do so. It wasn't going to harm me or anyone else.
The way that they would talk to their friends through the device. So it
in 500
itself
feet,
in a way that
turn left onto East Quincy Avenue.
And then we saw this slippage. And then what we did was we just drew a bright red line and we said, we're taking it out of your hands.
I had another lane issue coming up to a light. It was in the wrong lane.
This is true or not? That's what I was told. So
Now turn left onto South Gun Club
Road. Get a third of the parents.
Not in the right lane.
So like in a class of 20, if you get a third of the parents to agree as well, no devices, the kid feels zero social isolation. Because it becomes normative. It's like, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like this whole time.
This is 3 times I've had poor experience here if you go back into my recording. Once on the highway, another time at a circle, and now not in the right lane to make a left. Another time getting off an exit. We were in the right-hand lane, and the same thing, we were in an exit only, and last minute it readjusted. And finally, again, some of these things are so difficult for computers and cameras to figure out. So I don't underestimate the insanity of trying to make a computer operate like the human brain. But I had an elderly woman. We were coming to an intersection. I don't have this on video. Elderly woman, not paying attention. I saw her. I was like, what the hell is she doing? Is she going to step out in the road or not? And in this case, I had to get involved because obviously I didn't want to kill a woman. I suspect we would have passed her anyway, but it was one of those things where I just don't know if the car had was playing 3D chess to understand that this incoherent elderly woman was going to step out and get run over by a car. I would argue it would have been her fault regardless, but the fact is, the human brain, I sensed this, I was concerned about it, and I was reacting well before she was going to step. The car didn't do that, and so therefore I had to intercede. Again, I suspect we would have gotten by her before we hit her, but geez, not the kind of thing you want to have happen while the car is driving. With all that said, the other night, you know, the other massive portion of it was fantastic. It's just some of these little things, obviously, you have a bad accident, it sort of takes away the you know, what's the saying? The, you know, 100 attaboys are taken away by one screw up, some saying like that. Anyway, take a look at the video and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Thanks.